Alexander Sriajayani. It is 11:48, July 3rd. So like I was saying about these TI guys, another piece of this is, so what I'm gathering is there's these pathological gambling fucking idiots who like go into debt robbing people, and then what they do is they sell themselves into some implantation experiment ring and other experiments. And that's how they try to pay off their debts. But what they're doing is they sell themselves into experiments, but then they know the satellite operators and control the coordinates for these implantation experiments and know how the system works. So they'll sell themselves, steal the money to pay off their debts, but what they're really doing is throwing an innocent person. They'll use an innocent person's coordinate, or they'll manipulate the system so an innocent is harmed by these experiments and experimented on illegally instead of them. So what they're doing is they have some system where they can sell themselves into an experiment to pay off their pathological gambling habit debts. But then they, like for instance, will talk to a satellite operator and use someone else's coordinate, like my coordinate. Or there's some other experiment system, they'll go manipulate an address and use someone else's address, like my address. My theory is, not 100%, but my theory is this may also be where some of these TI guys are coming from, like I've said in the past. But what they're doing is, there's these pathological gambling morons with this pathological gambling habit that's so dangerous they actually murder people because of their pathological gambling habit. And then even get innocent people experimented on illegally, and just people and human beings experimented on illegally, and they do such to pay off their gambling debts. So that's a piece of this too. So there's these mentally disturbed lunatics with this pathological gambling habit. When they go into debt, they sell people into experiments, or they sell themselves into an experiment. And then when they sell themselves, they use someone else's coordinate or someone else's address, and then they get money, and then they pretend they experienced an experiment that they didn't even experience. And that's maybe a source of these TIs, and that's another source of some of the tech I'm a victim of. Bet my life on it, man. But TIs, that's a theory. But me, that's a source of some of this tech and experiments I'm a victim of, is these pathological gambling fucking lunatics, man.